We left for Helen at dark 30, 4 a.m., to make sure we'd avoid the early morning traffic through Atlanta. As always, we found the Garmin Tread XL very useful, as it has a feature that gives you the next several exits with details about fuel, food, and lodging availability. This trip, we've planned a busy schedule around Helen, Clarkesville, and Blue Ridge, Georgia, to include trout fishing and wheeling on the Georgia Traverse, visiting some local fly shops, checking out the local wineries and waterfalls, and of course, sampling some great American German food and music in Helen. As the sun rose, the fog gradually lifted and Florida's tropical landscape gave way to rolling hills and foliage that made it look much more like winter. As the mountains came into view, we were excited to get to our cabin on the river and see what the area has to offer.
Welcome to Adventures Great and Small. We're here in Helen, Georgia at the Unicoi Outfitters. We're going to go fly fishing tomorrow. This is going to be a great trip for the week. Hope to get in a lot of fly fishing. Stay tuned.
You can run through this and take it there. Sunday morning dawned cloudy and 27 degrees, but not windy, perfect for some trout fishing. We arrived about 15 minutes out of the shop at a lovely spot, complete with a covered porch with chairs so we could get into our waders and set up our gear. Our guide from Unicoi Outfitters Clarksville was wonderful, making sure he helped me going down the steep slope towards the river and walking me through the fast water as my balance has not yet recovered from my recent stroke. I caught the biggest fish of the day, but as you can see, failed to land it. The guy did say that since John got him on film and we all saw him, that it counted. Most of the river access in this area is privately owned land, so if you are unfamiliar with the area, it's always best to get a guide. There's very little public access where we were. John caught quite a few more fish than I did, but the scenery was so pretty, I wasn't upset. Here we go. Come on. Yes.
Oh, he's a nice one. It's a fighty little dude.
Here we go. Come on. Yes.
You want to get him on the reel?
Here we go. Come on. Yes. Here we go. Come on. Yes. Here we go. Come on. Yes. Here we go. Come on. Yes.
How big is he?
Here we go. Come on.
Oh, there we go. Nice.
Cool.
Alrighty then. Turn his little self loose.
Here we go. Come on. Yes.
Good morning. We're on our way over to Blue Ridge today. We're hoping to stop by the Oyster fly fishing rod shop. They make bamboo fly rods. Really cool. They're not really open today, but they said they'd be in and to give them a call. It's a beautiful drive, all backcountry.
And the fog is closing in. It did say there was a dense fog advisory, so it seems to be getting a little misty at the top of the mountains, so we'll see what we get in the next hour or so.
And this is our friend Laura. They're up here in Blue Ridge with us. And yes, we're stopped looking at mountains.
As we drove into Blue Ridge, we got in touch with the gal who runs the Oyster Bamboo Fly Rod Shop. They don't allow videos, but we had a wonderful tour of their shop and some great conversation. The Cohutta Fishing Company right next door, had a nice conversation with them. We're going to plan a trip with their guides next year.
Okay, here still in Blue Ridge at the Doghobble Wine Shop, having a nice mug of hot mulled wine. It's really good and yummy.
Use that. Yeah, it helps a lot.
We are in Blue Ridge, Georgia, getting ready to ride on the beach. A little bit of a tour. There's a lot of action going on here. A lot of boutiques, a lot of wine tastings, a lot of fudge. We got some, we haven't tasted it yet. I'll let you know. It's a very dog-friendly center, so everybody's having a good time. Dogs are barking as you smile, and it's all good.
We took a little walk around town before we caught the train. Blue Ridge is a really nice town with a lot to offer. Lots of great wine tasting and food. We highly recommend the Fighting Town Tavern, where we had dinner after the train. All fresh and locally sourced food, fabulous burgers.
We're at the Blue Ridge Scenic Railway. We're going to take a nice little 2-hour scenic ride through the mountains. We've got coffee and chai tea from the Kaffee Haus right down the street. Stick with us and see the ride.
Wait a minute, I gotta get a video of that. Sean laughing, actually having a good time.
There you go.
I actually have his
Yes.
in my hand.
You would think we would go uphill to Tennessee, but we actually go down.
It is known as the Unicoi River.
As the train pulled out of town, the guide explained many of the interesting features along the Toccoa River. John and I have fished this river a couple of years ago. There are many more public access areas than there were in the Soquel on Sunday.
Oh, there's somebody fishing.
Yeah.
Go right there.
The Native American fish traps were made by stacking rocks across the river in the form of the letter V, always pointing downstream. Native American children would hunt the fish by making noise splashing the water above the trap, moving the fish downstream to be caught at the point of the V in baskets or nets.
So we'll see that fish trap across from a green dock here in a minute. You'll see that V formation of rocks.
Check that out.
And they estimate that the Native Americans built the fish trap about 500 years ago. And here it is coming into view now. You can see that V.
See the bee in the water. God, that's clever as hell.
The train trip was interesting and the scenery was beautiful, but we decided that next time we're in town, we'll take the longer trip, which has a 2-hour layover in Copper Hill, Tennessee before it turns around, leaving time for shopping and dining. And we will definitely pay the small extra fee for an upgraded first class, which has bigger seats with tables between them and serves light hors d'oeuvres. All in all, though, a really nice trip.
This is Adventures Great and Small at Anna Ruby Falls in Georgia. We're going to go up the hill and see what we see. It's beautiful. They do trout conservation here. And so far, it's looking really lovely. We haven't even hardly got out of the dips. Oh, yeah, it's 28 degrees. There's icicles.
The quarter-mile walk up to the main falls is paved and runs along the river, which is full of both small and larger waterfalls of all types on the way up. The up and back trip took us about 2.5 hours, maybe 3, as we took our time, enjoyed the sights and sounds, and of course stopped to read all the informative signs. As an added bonus, coming down the hill, we were fortunate enough to see a good-sized bear foraging along the opposite bank and drinking from the river. She was a very safe distance away. John's new camera has proved perfect for those sorts of shots.
Yeah, it's pretty good.
Our trip did not go quite as planned. We only got in one day of fishing and didn't get to fish Smith Creek as we planned. We had limited time in both Helen and Blue Ridge as the schedule that we had was just a bit too full. We went into Helen our last night in Georgia to see the Christmas lights. It was everything as advertised and more. Truly a wonderful Christmas town. Parking is not easy to come by, so rather than walk around, we just drove around town and enjoyed the lights. John was coming down with a respiratory infection, so we decided to leave early morning New Year's Eve, and we managed to get home before the ball dropped. All in all, a really good trip. We will do it again.